This is so bad. Why didn't I realise this? This is not good. Welcome back to another video. If you've watched the last video, you know I bought this Audi S5 crash damaged from Copart. It's a 4.2 litre V8 in a 6-speed manual with only 72,000 miles. And I spent just over £3,000 getting it here. Oh no. The only problem is, I still have no idea how bad the damage actually is. So today we're going to strip this whole front end and see what actually needs replacing. I've never actually bought a crash damaged car before from Copart, so it's slightly terrifying. And on first impressions, the car actually looks a little bit better than it did on the photos, especially in this colour. I didn't think I'd be a fan of this colour, but I actually am. The only issue is that both sides have got these same scratches, so I have no idea what that could be. And these weren't shown on Copart. So let's talk about what's actually wrong with this Audi S5. As you can see, it's been crashed on this front left hand side. It looks like it probably drove into something.
Well, no fucking shit.
But as you can see, this whole wing is absolutely destroyed, and these, I think, are aluminium, so they're not cheap to repair. Or neither are these headlights, and as you can see, this is completely destroyed as well. The bumper does need replacing, but it probably could be fixed. But maybe we'll just get an RS5 style body kit, because the rear bumper has scratches on anyway, so maybe we'll just do that. Body gaps on the wing also look okay. I mean, that looks perfect to me, so that leads me to believe that the chassis leg isn't bent. I mean, just by looking at it, it's pretty obvious that it's not, but that was one of my main concerns. But also, it has a lot of suspension damage, because on the listing you can see that the wheel was like pointed out, and when we got it off the truck it could barely drive, so we had to put it on skates. Unfortunately I couldn't record it because the guy came and just dropped it off without telling me, so yeah, I couldn't get that on film. So we need to get the wheel off, and I've just thought, if this has lockers, and if this doesn't have a locker, then how am I going to get the wheels off? Oh no. And why didn't I think of this before? In any case, let's jack it up and start stripping it down. Hopefully I can find that locker. If it does have lockers, let's check. So we've run into a little bit of a problem. So just as I predicted, there is a locker. So I'm going to go look in the back and see if it has one. I'm praying it does. So taking the spare wheel out, and look at that. No way. Yes! Yes! We found the locker. That's lucky. Oh no, this wasn't on Copart. This is really, really bad. As you can see, the track rod end has come off, but the track rod end is actually okay, other than that rubber boot, so we'll have to replace that regardless. But as you can see, it's got this piece of metal here, and that, my friend, is from the hub. So it looks like we're going to have to replace this whole section. And if you know Audi, you know that this is not going to come off. So I'm in a pretty bad position. I don't know what to do. Let me have a look online and see how much they are. Maybe I'll start stripping it down. I can only hope and pray at this point. So I managed to find one on eBay for like £95, and let me show you. So these two arms look relatively new, so I'm hoping this bolt isn't seized in. I suppose there's only one way to find out really, and there's no other way around it. We need to get this bolt off one way or another. So let's just give it a go. So I've managed to get pretty much everything out except this pinch bolt, so I decided to just replace both of these top arms because it'll just be easier to do that. I can't get this out yet because I don't have a big enough Allen key to get that out, and I've got a funny feeling that that might be a bit of a pain to take out, but everything else has come out all right. The bottom arms are out and loosened up, ready for the new axle to come. But like I said, I just need to get this hub out. And now that the suspension is all taken apart and done, we may as well start taking off the wing and the headlight. The bumper I'm going to leave on for now because it is reusable. The wing's definitely not, but the bumper I'm going to leave it on until we can get an RS5 style body kit. Maybe not. Wink wink. But yeah, let's start taking this wing off. I'm going to take off all of this arch liner here. There's a few bolts along the top, and there's some along here as well, like one there, and then some behind here as well. So although I've got an issue, the car is completely dead. Nothing works, can't lock it, absolutely nothing's working. So I don't want to have to pay for a new battery, but maybe I will have to. I've also just noticed this has got the black headliner, which is pretty cool. Yeah, like that. He's got a sunglasses holder. Oh my god, it's got a sunglasses holder. This car was not built in 2007, I'm telling you. This is way ahead of its time. 100% way ahead of its time. The seats are also in good condition considering its age. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's start taking the body parts off. Now that the arch liner is out, we can access, or I thought we could access, the screws to get this wing out. Maybe I'll have to take this out, maybe. We'll see. I've also just noticed that this is bent, and that connects to the wing. I don't know what that is, and this has got a zip tie on, so maybe that's been hit before and it was already broken. But what is this? It's like a little bracket. Maybe it just connects to the wing, but I don't know. I'm going to go and order the parts now, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in part 3 when the parts come. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and follow the build, because there's a lot more coming for this car. Anyway, see you later.
I'm screaming at the ceiling. Every word's a twisted feeling.